International human rights lawyer and campaigner, dear Margaret Owen, thanks for accepting our interview today.
It's a pleasure.
Thank you. So, as you know, Turkey's war crimes are continue, and still the Western countries are keeping silence against that. As Turkey is a NATO member as well as a Council of Europe member, there is still not any action being taken against Turkey's war crimes and chemical weapons usage. So, how would you evaluate that? Very short, very briefly, first of all, that one.
Well, first of all, I'm a UK citizen. Well, luckily, I live in a country where even if I criticise my government, I'm not going to be arrested, so I can say here what I really think. And I have nothing but shame and anger at my present UK government, at Boris Johnson, Dominic Raab when he was Foreign Secretary, and now Liz Truss, our present Foreign Secretary, for their silence in the overwhelming evidence that Turkey is guilty of appalling war crimes, which include the use of chemical weapons. I know you want me to talk particularly about chemical weapons, but put that in the context of Turkey's other crimes against humanity, war crimes, which include cutting off the water to the ANES, to Rojava, to the Autonomous Administration, Northeast Syria, and that is a war crime, to cut off the water during a conflict. And everything that they have done going into Syria, and now they're in northern Iraq, and they're using chemical weapons against civilians, against hospitals, schools, using them against the Mahmud refugee camp in northern Iraq.
Lastly, we saw the chemical weapons in the Kurdish freedom fighters areas as well, like in the caves.
And they found them in the tunnels. They actually found, and they're people who have survived, who didn't die, who came into hospital, and they could find that they were actually had all these toxic chemicals in their bodies. So the point is, to be really short about this, the evidence is there. This evidence is there that they are using chemical weapons. And Turkey, after all, yes, as you said, a member of NATO, Council of Europe, but also Turkey in 1997, it ratified the Convention against the use of chemical weapons. So it's actually a party. I think only 65 countries have actually ratified, or even less. But Turkey was one of the countries that ratified. And we are silent. Not only is this UK government silent, but we're actually selling arms to Turkey.
Before we get to arms trade deal between Turkey and UK, because last 2 years there was nearly 1.8 billion of gun trade deal.
We are desperate. This little island that still wants to think of itself as being a great British Empire, which promised all those people who voted to leave it was going to be wonderful, everything is going to be better economically, we'll be able to make deals all over the world. Well, that's not happening, and we are desperate, this country, to trade wherever we can. Forget about human rights, forget. And so we have just signed a huge, massive trade deal with Turkey, as well as, of course, continuing to sell arms to Turkey. And we don't even have Turkey. The Foreign Office, which is the Foreign and Commonwealth Development Office, has a list of countries of concern, which they publish every year on human rights and democracy. And Turkey is not even on that list. So we are firm, not just firm allies of Turkey. We do Turkey's dirty work also in this country, because, as you said, we keep the PKK. We don't protest that the PKK no longer should not be on the terror list, because for a long time now, for many years, it isn't a terrorist organisation. And after all, I think it's Belgium. There are some countries, Belgium has said it's taken it off its terror list, and we ask the EU to take it off the terror list. And I think the reason that is not happening is, as I've said, it's the whole question of the refugees and the money that Turkey can blackmail the EU and said, if you don't do this, we'll send the refugees across Europe. So that is what's happening.
Also, let's talk about IPPNW and OPCW as well. These are both of them are the commissions of United Nations that they make investigations about chemical weapons usage. Do you think some professors, some people needs to be sent to region to collect evidences to bring them to UN laboratories?
Yes, yes, and then they should.
What is your call about this? What is your?
Well, we think that they should now have a independent UN mission that actually goes there and actually does their own assessment, their own analysis, their own research.
One of the earlier chats that we had with you, you mentioned a MP from Conservative Party that's saying UK doesn't sell chemical weapons to Turkey, as you mentioned. But we can see that clearly UK is selling the license to use chemical weapons to Turkey. And that includes white phosphorus and ammonium nitrate as well. So do you think there is
of course
economic relations with Turkey behind the doors?
Of course, but of course it's
very
that.
Shortly, how do you
very shortly, we are not saying that the UK sells chemical weapons to Turkey. It doesn't, but we do send the wherewithal about how it can do it, including drones and all sorts of things which are actually made in in Brighton Hove. Which actually provides some of the parts for drones. So it's actually yes. So we actually provide the bits and pieces which actually support the use of chemical weapons.
What kind of legal way should be follow up to start a process to, against Turkey in a legal way? What else can be done?
Well, eventually, of course, what we really want to happen, and remember that we had a really, really good Permanent People's Tribunal on Turkey and the Kurds, but these are quasi-legal, so it doesn't actually have any legal weight, but enormous amount of moral weight about the testimonies. I mean, 400 people who gave evidence of Turkey's war crimes. So eventually, we do want to see Turkey prosecuted at the International Criminal Court. And of course I'm a human rights lawyer, and you look, but what we've always, in a sense, used as the methods and the mechanisms was the UN architecture of all there is, which is the Security Council, the Human Rights Council, all these many conventions and treaties with all their committees. There's all sorts of UN special rapporteurs, all sorts of mechanisms. But somehow the UN itself is now in some sort of paralysis, as we can see it all over the world. So we go on doing what we can, speaking out, speaking for all the people whose voices are not heard, who are the actual victims, the people who even suffered from, this is about chemical weapons, the actual victims of this is civil society that must make its voice heard through the sort of governments that we elect. And we must make our government accountable for its complicity in these human rights violations.
Dear Margaret Owen, thanks for joining us. Thank you for your valuable comments today.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here. I wish I could be more positive and constructive, but we do our best. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.